Hey gang, Tony here. I know. I tell you I'm going to be super busy, and I'm not going to be able to make enough videos anymore, and then I unload 4 of them all at once. Well, what are you going to do? I went back to the flea market. It's Sunday. The other video for the yard sales, if you watched it, was Saturday. I didn't think I was going to go back out. I really didn't. And then I did. And I bought more stuff. So I figured I'd show you guys. Because I got some cool stuff, man. I got some pretty... Some of it is standard issue. And then there's a couple of very cool things. So I'll show you that. Coffee. Good for the soul. So I am, of course, working on... What is it? What is that? I am working on some... I'm doing a ton of work today for my classes. They start tomorrow. The fall semester starts tomorrow. I can't believe that the summer is officially over for me, anyway, for teachers at my school. Yeah, it went really quick. I mean, I was teaching all summer. I had 2 classes this summer, so I guess, you know, it never really felt like summer to me. Alright, so I'm not going to blather on too much. Let me just show you what I got. Let's see, some cool stuff here. I got 2 Nintendo slipcases. So, I mean, you know, nothing crazy. I have a ton of these, but I do have some games that don't have slip covers. And, you know, I mean, they're not worth a ton of money or anything, but they're useful. And I like to have them for my games. He was asking $1 each, and then he said he would take $1 for both. So that was kind of a cool score. 50 cents each, can't beat that really for these. If you buy enough of them on eBay, you could get them for like $1 each. It's not, again, it's not like a huge, big deal or anything. Then I spotted a pack of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards in the wax pack. He wanted $1 for it, and you know, I didn't need to buy this, but it was sitting there, and I don't have a Turtles in the wax pack. I do have a ton of old Turtles cards that I used to buy when I was a kid, and I have a ton of other wax pack cards, ranging from like Chiller Theater to the I think that's what they're called. I can't remember for sure. To like Aliens and Ghostbusters and all different things. So I figured, what the hell? You know, it's only $1. Pretty cool. I'll put them with the rest of that. I'm saving the 2 best things for last, of course. So next up was the Scary Stories Treasury. So this is a newer release that compiles all 3 of the Scary Stories books. I have one of the originals over with my books. I forget which one, I think 2 or 3. And I'm almost positive I don't have this book. Pretty sure. And they only wanted $1. And I figured, you know, it'd be nice to have the rest of the collection without having to go and buy, you know, try to spend a lot of money on them. I've still never read any of these books, because I used to read the Scariest Stories You've Ever Heard series, not the Scary Story series. So, for the Halloween season, a little something to read. Alright, last 2 items. This was a quick one. I just bought a few things today. This next, so when I stopped at the one booth where they had the slipcases and the Turtles cards, while I was looking at this, there's this other guy standing there, and he was holding a boxed Game Boy Color game. I think it was like Rugrats or something. Nothing I was particularly interested in, but it seemed like he was, buying video game stuff. And the owner of the booth walked over to his truck and said, "Oh, I have some other video game stuff," talking to the other guy. And I'm standing there, I'm like, fuck, I got here a second too late. And he took a couple things out, and the one thing I spotted immediately, I was like, oh shit! And he handed it all to the guy, and the guy was like standing there for a while looking at it. It looked like he even took his phone out for a second. I don't know if he was maybe just talking to one of his kids to see if they wanted the stuff or what, but he was standing there with it, and I was kind of like hanging around just in case, and I was looking at the other stuff, and then he put it all down, and kind of turned away. And I saw the thing that I was looking at sitting right on top. I'm like, geez. So I picked it up, and I asked him, were you going to buy this? And he said, oh, no, I don't really know what it is. I'm not sure. So I was like, oh, I know what it is. I didn't tell him that, but in my head, like, ha, ha, ha. I'm a mean bastard. So I grabbed it. The guy wanted $3 for it, and that's fine. I paid the $3. It is the Nintendo GameCube Game Boy Player startup disc with the box and the manual. Alright? So for those of you who don't know, who are not aware of why I'm so excited about this, the GameCube had a little attachment. You could just see it at the bottom of the system there. It's like that extra little dark part on the bottom of the system. It was a separate piece that you would attach to the bottom of the GameCube, and you put Game Boy games into it, and it would play the Game Boy games on your GameCube, and it would even convert it to color, make it a little bit more full screen. Very cool, especially for someone like me, because I don't really like playing handhelds. So my Game Boy collection I tend to play on my GameCube. Thing is, to make that work, you need the disc. And I don't mean like just to set it up. I mean, you have to put that in, and it has to be in the system when you play Game Boy games. Otherwise, that attachment simply doesn't work. What happened, of course, is that people would lose this and then sell their GameCubes with the attachments. So there are a bunch of the attachments around, but the GameCube Game Boy Player disc is fairly hard to find. So, like, while you could buy the attachment for probably like $10, usually you get it free on the bottom of a GameCube if you buy it at the yard, because people don't even know that it's a separate thing. They just sell it like, oh, okay, here's your console. I've had probably 3 or 4 over the course of the years that I've been collecting. I only have one left. I saved one. The rest are gone. And I do have one of these discs for myself. I never had the case and the booklet for it, though. So, anyway, the reason I'm excited about it is because now I get to keep the complete one for myself, and my second disc, even loose, goes for like $50 because they're needed to use the thing. So it's a good score. I'll probably get rid of the loose one and keep the complete one for myself because I like to collect. So obviously I want the full thing. So that's that. That was one awesome find, and I was pretty happy with what I had found. But the last thing I found really made the day for me because it's a nice vintage Halloween find. It is a vintage Halloween noisemaker with wooden handle. That's what was making the noise when I was moving the bag before. So this was a pretty sweet score. He had a baggie filled with other toys, other noisemakers, and I went over and I turned it. I always look, like whenever people have old noisemakers, I always check to see if there's a Halloween one. And there's never a Halloween one. Never. In all the years I've done this. This is the first time I've actually found one. I mean, they're conservatively, they're worth like anywhere from $10 to $25. He wanted $5, he wouldn't budge on it, and frankly, I'm just buying it for my collection, so I paid the $5. I said, the hell with it. It's in rough condition, for sure. You could see that there's plenty of scuff marks, paint missing, but having never found one before, $5 is a good price for it. And I love the imagery on it. It's just so cool. It's got an owl, a pumpkin, 2 pumpkins, a cat, and a witch. And of course, a nice orange color on there. So I was very excited about that little piece. This is my first Halloween noisemaker, and I'm not a collector of noisemakers, just a collector of vintage Halloween stuff. So, very cool. That was my favorite find of the day, going right into the collection. May even see it pop up on the back here somewhere because, hey, whoa, ah. There was a ton of other Halloween stuff today. And I mean, like, a ton. Most of it was newer stuff. They had one of those motionette witches, kind of like this one. It was a different one, different box. It was an actual motionette one, but it looked a little newer. And since I have one already, They wanted $5. It wasn't a lot to spend, but I had already spent a good deal over the weekend. And I already have one, and I didn't really need another witch. If it was another figure, maybe I would have went for it. Funny thing is, I saw 2 of the same one today at the flea market. One had a box with it, the other one did not. So, again, you know, having already had one, trying not to spend money recklessly and trying to make some room. There were a couple other animatronic things that were like real big that I couldn't have fit or afforded. There's one blow mold that was really cool, but it was newer, and they wanted $10 for it. And I just, like, I probably could have eaten them down to maybe 8, but it wasn't like an old one like the ones I collect. It was newer, maybe 2000s. It was cool, you know, a small one like this, but it's still just, I didn't want to spend the money, I didn't, you know, and it wasn't like really tickling that vintage spot for me the way like this did. So that was it. Good weekend. Again, you know, I know I'm gonna pile on like 4 videos at a time with you guys here, but I hope you enjoy. Tell me what you guys got this weekend. I'll be seeing you soon, hopefully. Breathe deep in the night. Bye.